Hey everyone, so tonight I'm doing a top 10 Marvel Legends of 2015. This was requested, so here we go. We'll start with number 10. Alright guys, so number 10 for me is Scarlet Witch from the Odin wave. I really do like her a lot. She's definitely really cool. I know a lot of people had an easy time finding her once the wave got going, but she is just way better than the Toy Biz one that was released. So overall I like the whole look of this new updated version of Scarlet Witch. I like the effects that we first got, but one of the first times we saw these. And overall, I just thought it was just a great overall figure, good articulation. The heels did bug me, but overall, just a great looking figure. Great replacement for, like I said, the Toy Biz one. And yeah, so she is my number 10. We'll go ahead and check out number 9. Alright guys, so my number 9 choice is Wasp from the Ultron wave. And again, this is another great replacement of the Toy Biz Wasp from the MODOK wave. Overall, I just like the whole articulation. I think she's great. I like the translucent wings and how articulated these are. I think she has great posability, even though she was a peg warmer and they did have the wonky eyes. At least with being a peg warmer, you had a lot of chances of finding good paint apps on the eyes. But overall, I think it's a great sculpt. Just a cool looking Wasp without too much crazy detail. But yeah, so I just thought she was a really cool Wasp. Great, another Toy Biz replaced. But then we'll go and get into number 8. Alright, so number 8 choice for me was Sentry. This is a figure that, you know, well for me at least, when I first saw him at Comic-Con, I'm like, oh, I really want him. I don't like the Toy Biz one. It's too weird looking to me. We didn't get him for a while, and then when finally he came out in the Odin wave, I was so excited to have this guy, especially for the Dark Avengers. I just think this is a great body mold for him, even though the back looks a little funky without that covering up that hole right there. But the whole head sculpt looks awesome. I love how big and bulky he is. I wish he had 2 fists, but not too big of a deal. But overall, I just think this is an awesome Sentry. It's finally kind of what we've been hoping he would look like. And he's just great for the Dark Avengers. So really, with him, I was pretty excited to get him, even though, again, another peg warmer. But I know, I feel like he's kind of forgotten about and kind of an underrated figure. I think he's just really cool. So we'll go and get into number 7. Alright guys, so number 7 is Scarlet Spider-Man from, I want to say, the Rhino wave. I cannot remember all of them sometimes. But again, he's another one that I've always liked. I know he's kind of goofy. I think they did an amazing job on this figure, just the whole sculpt and overall look, the way in the paint detailing they did with the silver gauntlets, all the little pouches on his ankles here. The hoodie being sculpted, I think that looks so much better, and I really like the way the spider turned out on the front and back. And another, you know, I think he looks so much better than the KB exclusive Scarlet Spider-Man we got way back on Spider-Man Classics. So that is my number 7 pick. And we'll go and get into number 6. Alright, so number 6 choice for myself is Craven from the Rhino wave. This is another figure that ended up replacing my Toy Biz one from the just the regular Spider-Man Classics, and also he was in, I want to say, Fearsome Foes, if I remember right. It's either Fearsome, yeah, I think it's Fearsome Foes. I could be wrong. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But again, I think Hasbro did an amazing job on him. I love the detailing on the skulls here, the nice wash they did. Same thing with on the spear. I really like how the feathering came out. He's really well articulated, nice posability, just overall great looking Craven. Definitely the best one we have. I think the whole Lion's Mane turned out great. And I don't really have any complaints about this figure. I think it's just an awesome Craven. I'm so glad we got him. So I'll go ahead and check out number 5. Alright, so number 5 for me is Ghost Rider, also from the Rhino wave. The Rhino wave was really one of my favorites. So you might see a couple more from that wave. This figure I just think is awesome. I do wish he came with a motorcycle, but I understand he came with the Build-A-Figure piece. But the fact they gave him jaw articulation and just the whole translucent look of the skull, I think it looks great. The AIM body worked perfect for this. Yeah, it's just such a cool looking Ghost Rider. I really like him. And there's not much to say. I just think he's a really good looking Ghost Rider. I still need to get him a bike. But just the whole sculpt, the look, the articulation, it's just spot on for me. I just love this head sculpt. I think it's just really cool. Very cool looking Ghost Rider. Alright, we'll get into number 4. Alright guys, so number 4 is Spider-Man 2099, and I want to say he is from the Hobgoblin wave. And this is another figure. I know I'm feeling like a broken record here, repeating myself, but again, I go off what I was most excited for, and anything that I felt, to me, in my collection, you know, could use a modern update. SpiderMan 2099 was one of those examples from the KB's exclusives. I think he looks just awesome. Even when Hasbro first did him, I didn't like the way that one looked either. I feel like this one is spot on to me. I like the translucent webbing cape. I like how on the mask here it's sculpted. It's just an overall cool looking Spider-Man 2999 or 2099. I like the way I mean, just everything about him. I just think this is such a cool looking figure. I like the way the blue looks. Really cool. I don't have any complaints about this guy. I think the paint turned out great. It's just such a cool looking guy. All right, we'll get into number 3, getting down to the bottom. All right, so number 3 for me is the Pizza Spider-Man, also from the Hobgoblin wave. I think this turned out to be a great classic looking Spider-Man. I just thought they did, the webbing looks awesome. The way the lining works, I don't think there wasn't too many mess ups on too many figures, but I think it looks great. I like that classic spider in the back, the light blue, the head sculpt, you know, all the accessories he came with, all the different hands, the little pizza slice with the half mask off. Just such a cool looking, classic looking Spider-Man. Great posability. The main thing everyone complained about, which was a bummer, you couldn't do a full split, so you couldn't get those dynamic poses that everyone likes to get with their Spider-Man, but overall, it's such a cool looking classic Spider-Man. It's still very popular. Another one that was kind of a peg warmer in the beginning and then kind of became more popular as time went on. But just a great classic Spider-Man. Definitely recommend if you can find him at Walgreens. It seems like he's still popping back up. And then we'll get into my number 2 choice. All right, number 2 is Daredevil. I really like this classic, you know, red Daredevil. I think he looks awesome. He's definitely by far, to me, the best Daredevil we've gotten. I like him more than the Face-Off Daredevil, and I definitely like him more than Spider-Man Classics. I do love that Urban Legends Daredevil, where he's kind of that darker red. But the sculpt is just more in human form to me. It doesn't have those ball joints, which some of the older Toy Biz figures do have. I just think this guy looks awesome. I like the whole darker red. I like the way the DD turned out. I think the head sculpt looks great. I like the idea of these batons being able to stick together and make one big stick, or, you know, you can have them just have clubs or baton, like I said, batons. He's able to store them in here. It works out well. But just an awesome Daredevil. I mean, by far my favorite Daredevil. And we'll get into number 1. I wonder if you guys can guess it. So here he is, guys. My number 1 choice, my favorite figure of 2015 is Bulldozer. I remember being so ecstatic seeing this guy finally being put out for the Ultron wave. I just absolutely could not wait to get him. I feel like we waited forever to be able to complete the Wrecking Crew. I remember back when people just didn't think we were ever going to see him because he was on the card of the Wrecker. Never thought he was going to be a running change, never showed up. I remember people just selling off the other 3 just because they'd given up that we were never going to see, you know, Thunderball. Or not Thunderball, Bulldozer. But anyway, I just absolutely love this figure. I love the whole look of him. I love all the sculpting detail of the armor with the black wash. You can see all the scratching and scrapes and dents. I just think this guy is so cool looking. Just such a beast. But definitely, I mean, and it's funny now he's even, you know, he was a peg warmer also. Who would have thought, you know, I thought he would be a lot more popular than he was. But even now he's showing up at Marshall's and probably TJ Maxx, Ross. I've seen him a couple times at Marshall's for $9.99. So he's definitely worth picking up. He's a great figure. He's nice, big, you know, but it will make you want to complete the rest of the team. I know Thunderball is kind of a rip-off right now. But such a cool figure, and this is definitely my favorite figure of 2015. So there you go, guys. That's my quick little, 2015 top 10 favorite figures of that year. If you guys want me to do a 2016 when it gets closer to, December, I don't have a problem with doing that. It's pretty fun. And also I will be still doing my top 10 favorite Marvel Legends that I currently own in my collection that I just Google over. But there you go, guys. Hope this wasn't boring. Hope you guys liked it. Please let me know in the comments if you wanted me to do something different, if you liked it, if you didn't. Just let me know. right, guys, keep up the requests. I will pick away at them. I enjoy doing them, and I hope you guys have a great night. And thanks again for subscribing, and hit that like button. All right, thanks, guys. Have a great night.